My husband is beating me. I am leaving. Enough is enough. Marriage is not by force. Mba, my sister, it is not for better, for worse. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today guys, I'm going to be answering this very question that you see on the screen, and that is, should a woman endure marital abuse just for the sake of her children? Should a woman stay back in a marriage where she's being abused just for the sake of her children, or just for the sake of families, or families saying all sorts of things? Why am I talking about this topic? A lot of people, a lot of women are living in fear. A lot of women are living in fear of what the society will say about them if they walk away from an abusive marriage. They are also living in fear of what their life is going to become, or what the uncertainty of what their life is going to become when they leave or they walk out of an abusive marriage. Looking from my own side, or my own type of family, I would say, if I were to be in that situation, I would be scared of what my family would say if I walk out of the marriage. And that's because I remember when we're getting married, there was this statement my dad kept on saying. And I know he made that statement from a very good place. He kept on saying, look, in our family, the tradition is once you're married, you're married. There's no turning back. There's no space for you in this house. No room for you in this house. It is for better, for worse. In fact, my parents are staunch believers of for better, for worse when it comes to marriage. Now, that would have been my fear if I were to be in an abusive marriage. The reason is that in my head, I already feel like there's no room for me in my father's house. Where am I going to? What will my parents say? They're going to feel disappointed, or they will eventually turn around to blame me. So people stay in marriages. Most people stay in marriages just because of the fear of what people will say, and also because they don't have financial stability and they're scared of the uncertainty of, you know, being alone out there. So these are the two reasons I feel people stay back in abusive marriage. Consequences of staying back in that abusive marriage is that, look, one way or the other, somebody will kill somebody. Any little argument you guys are fighting, somebody will kill somebody. I've seen situations, I've seen stories. Go on internet. I've heard stories. One person might even die. Sometimes it's never intentional, but then it's too late. Somebody has killed somebody out of defense, or just, you know. So I just feel like once any marriage has gotten to that stage where you guys sort your issues out with your fists, then there's no point. Just go your separate ways. For me, that's a breaking point, you know. Once any marriage has gotten to the stage where you start using your fist to, you know, sort your issues out, the best thing is just go your separate ways, okay? Because even if nobody kills anybody, your children are watching you. Your children, for God's sake, you are producing damaged children. You are producing children that are hurting every day, seeing mommy and daddy fight. You're producing children that tomorrow, when they grow up, they will think that is a normal way of life. That's how couples, you know, sort issues out. And then they start emulating. Whether we like it or not, our children are watching us. No matter how you try to hide it, there is no way they will know that daddy is punching mommy or mommy is punching daddy. Come on. I mean, even as little as 4-year-old, they will pick these things up. Initially, they might just get sad. And then after a while, when they see that that is the norm in their home, they grow up with it and they become like mommy and daddy. So for me, I feel like these are the two consequences of, you know, couples staying together just for the sake of the children, even when they know there is severe domestic violence in the home. So I think for the sake of not producing damaged children, for the sake of not, you know, multiplying this whole domestic violence, once you feel like the other partner cannot, or maybe your husband cannot talk to you without using his fist, no matter the consequences, just take a walk. Sometimes they are helpless. Sometimes these people that do these things, like these people that sort things out with their fists, they are very helpless. They are, if you check very well, they are also product of abusive homes, because there's no child that is brought up in a peaceful home that will just grow up and start using his fist. I don't believe. I really actually do not believe. So when you think you want to just stay in that marriage just for the sake of your children, honestly, you are not doing your children any good. You are not doing it for the sake of the children. I feel like it's a very selfish act, because even if nobody kills anybody, you are now multiplying cases of domestic violence. You are causing damage to the society. Okay, because you are producing children that will grow up to also go around and maltreat other people's children. There's this family, there's this couple, they were my parents' friends. Like, it became a norm that every weekend his wife will run to the house to complain or cry that her husband hit her and that she's no longer going to stay in that home and blah, blah, blah. And the next thing, my dad will either invite the man, because the man was my dad's friend, you invite the man to come over so they can sort these things out. There was an incident that happened one day while they were sorting these things out. Usually it used to be a peaceful settlement, but on this particular occasion, I'm very sure up till today, my parents are not aware that I witnessed this thing. So there's this particular occasion that they were kind of settling in our living room, and the next thing, they both jumped on each other and started fighting. And I was like, what is happening? I was shocked. Because I don't know what I was thinking, but I was shocked. And I became scared. And my parents were trying to, separate them. I didn't understand what happened. I couldn't speak to anybody about what happened. This was something I just witnessed on my own. And I was taken aback. I just sat down. I was like, why? Why are they fighting? These are grown-ups. Just like see my parents fight. And I don't see that with my parents, you get. So I was like, what's happening? I just started thinking in my head. In fact, I actually saw that man as a bad man. I'm sorry to say it. I actually saw that man as a bad man because I think he had temper. He had this very hot temper, That was just my thinking then. Right there and then, that particular incident shaped my life. In the sense that I just told myself, no, God, please give me a man like my father. I don't know how old I was. I know I was in secondary school then. But that particular incident, I just saw it as... in fact, from that day, I started seeing my dad as a very special man, because I know how he treats my mom. I know he has never in his life raised his hands on my mom. So seeing another couple do this in their presence and they're trying to settle them, I saw him as a hero. And there and then, I started wishing and praying that I needed a husband like my father, because I didn't want a husband like that man. So thank God he answered my prayers, okay? I started even imagining how their children would feel, because they had lovely kids. So from that day, I started pitying their children. I just feel like men know they are stronger than women. So if a man now wants to show that he is really strong with his fists, then I see that man as a very weak man, because a strong man does not have anything to prove to his woman. You can't force respect. I feel like respect in marriage is reciprocal. If a man has to go as far as hitting a woman just to show that he is stronger or just to earn respect, then he's a weakling. That's the way I see. That's my own assessment of this domestic violence, okay? If a man has to go to that extent, then obviously he is very weak. Trust me, it is so easy to earn respect from your wife than hitting and bullying her, because the day she wakes up, she can even just wait for you to hit her, and then the next thing she'll use bottle and all that. Somebody will just die. So you're better off to your children alive than dead, because the moment you die, on your grave when they're burying you, he's there scouting around for the next woman to take into his home, and then your children will suffer. So you are better off alive to your children, because even if you kill your husband, your children will still grow up resenting you for killing their father. So why do you want to go to that extent? And then, even if nobody kills even if you don't kill each other, you have ended up damaging your children. And when they grow up, they will still resent you for damaging them. I have seen situations whereby the man beats the woman, bruises her up, and then the next morning, before she wakes up, a car is waiting for her. My sister, leave that thing with death knocking on your door, because the moment you die, that car will go to another woman. Do you understand? So women should learn to say No, women should learn to say enough is enough. Women should learn to speak up and say, my husband is beating me, I am leaving. Women should learn to get help. Even if you don't have shish in your account, talk to somebody. Don't die in silence. Don't keep it to yourself, because the moment you die or the moment you kill your husband in defense, people will talk. People will be like, but nobody ever said, you never complained, you never said anything, you never. So voice out. Don't keep it to yourself. No matter how many fingers will point at you, voice out. Say enough is enough. Not just for yourself, for your children, and also for the society at large, honestly, because it doesn't just end within the family. Your children will go into the society to mix up with people, and then they will carry that violent act to meet other people's innocent children, other people that were brought up in peaceful homes. So please and please and please, I am begging you guys, marriage is not by force. If you go into marriage and you try and see that it is not working because one partner is being very violent to the other, biko nnem nnam waka. Who violence help? Nobody. Okay? Waka. It is okay to try and fail. You don't want to tag you that your marriage failed. I beg, you are better off alive. You don't want to be treated like a chicken, you know? So you deserve some respect. You deserve to be treated better. Okay? The earlier we realize this, the better for us. So this is more like a sensitization. I just feel like we don't have to die in silence. No matter what your family will say, no matter what your children will say, they will grow up to understand. They will grow up to understand that you did that just for. It is better they are in a home with separated parents, or maybe their father is here and their mother is there, and they are not seeing you guys fighting. It is very, very, very much better than for you to live with your children in the name of you're trying to do it for your children, and then they grow up tomorrow damaged. You are better off separated. Okay? Don't let anybody deceive you that it is for better for worse when you are dying in silence. Your husband is punching you every day. Mba, my sister, it is not for better for worse. In fact, that one has crossed the worse. There is no place in the Bible where the Bible supported man killing his wife or woman killing her husband. Because it has gotten to that stage. If possible, relocate. Leave that city, okay? For the sake of you and for the sake of your children. Because that's all I have to say. Let this video not be too long. I hope this video has made sense or touched someone's life. Silence is never the answer. Silence is never the answer. Silence is never, ever the answer. Pick up. I hope nobody's going to tag me and say I'm supporting divorce. Yes, if you want to tag me and say I'm supporting divorce, in this case, this case of domestic violence, I am giving divorce 100%. Move. Go your way. Let the other person go their way. Please share this video to a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who needs to hear this, okay? If you think I made some sense in this video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd like to see your comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Stay fabulous. Bye.